There's no doubt that the movie industry has gone a lot of rocky things lately with the COVID-19 pandemic and the halting of a lot of productions and the cancellation of others. But I just want to talk about the two major superhero movie producers, DC and Marvel. There's a lot of different things going on, and here's what DC is doing right, and here's what Marvel is doing wrong. So obviously, I'm just going to get right into the point because I want to make shorter videos because then people will watch all the way through. By the way, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. So basically, here's everything that I have problems with in the Marvel universe and the DC universe. In the past few years, DC has actually had a reputation of making bad movies. Excluding the super recent ones, going back to the DCEU, Justice League and Suicide Squad and all movies of that nature, Batman vs. Superman and Wonder Woman, had largely negative reviews. And people just turned to the Marvel movies because those were better, 2015 through 2017 era. But now, I think it's starting to turn around. You see, Marvel is doing this new multiverse thing with Loki and Spider-Man No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness and Thor 4 coming soon. But it's getting a little too much. It's getting a little too crowded. And with their expansion, Marvel doesn't even have the rights to all their characters. And every time I see a new Marvel show or movie, I think, is this connected? What should I care about? What other characters should I care about? What does this correspond to? And it's just a lot to process and a lot to take in. With the recent addition of Spider-Man No Way Home confirming that even more movies, the Spider-Man movies to be exact, that were produced before Disney and Sony had come to an agreement of putting Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has confirmed that Spider-Man is now omnipresent and that those other movies were also crucial to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which doesn't really make sense, but hey, that's what they went with. And recently they came out with Morbius, and honestly, I'm not sure if this one is completely disconnected, but it's obviously connected with the introduction of the Vulture, and maybe it's in Venom's universe with the homage to Venom. It doesn't really make sense. It's really, really, really hard to tell what's connected in this universe and what's not. On the other hand, DC and Warner Brothers have done this amazing, amazing thing. It's called DC Black. It originally was called DC Dark, but it gives directors opportunities to take the properties of Warner Brothers and DC Comics and use them in ways that they want to do it. The thing is, Matt Reeves' The Batman was so good, but it's not connected to anything. And it also allows DC to continue their established DC Extended Universe in films. Like, The Joker had come out in 2019 as a part of DC Black, was directed by Todd Phillips, and the DCEU was still going with the emancipation of Harley Quinn. There were still movies being written as long as other ones branching off that didn't need to have anything to do with anything else. But as Multiverse of Madness comes out and Thor Love and Thunder comes out, we're going to see if Marvel can still do the multiverse trick 4 more times in a row. And that's about it. I'm SavageSkull. I'll see you on the flip side.